Hey guys, Tang with Fox Airsoft here. Welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be about the ASG Scorpion EVO series, the updates it's gone through, and what's current for 2021. Before we get started though, I see a lot of you guys watching the videos, commenting and all that stuff. We really appreciate that. We'd appreciate it even more if you could subscribe to our channel. There's many people who watch but don't subscribe, but they do follow us pretty well. And even share the videos, we'd appreciate that. We're here in my little lab here. It's freezing cold, so you might hear a propane heater in the background. I'm sorry, but just can't live without it right now. Okay, so talking about the Scorpion EVO series. As many people know, it is a unique design built from ASG from the ground up with many features that cannot be replicated just by upgrading your airsoft gun. So starting from the outside, it's built from a really tough nylon fiber or dense polymer. It's very strong. A lot of EVO owners, real EVO firearm owners, tell me it feels identical with the exception of maybe a small difference in weight. Outside's completely polymer. It's built around a 9mm submachine gun carbine pistol look, what have you. So you have here this is the long one, and there's also the BET, which has a Mach suppressor integral to the front end. And then you have the classic Scorpion EVO, the one that's began the series. This is the short SMG version. You've seen it in many games like Call of Duty and so on. What makes these guys special as an AEG is everything feels identical to the real thing. You have a bunch of fancy features built into the electronics that you just don't get with other guns. So starting with the obvious, you have a safe, semi, burst mode, and full auto. The burst mode has its own position. You're not giving up another position to program a burst mode into it. So if you want to do a quick 3-round burst, you can do that. Another feature about that is the magazines themselves. They come in mid cap or high caps, but they have a little piece inside that triggers the gearbox to let it know that it's empty. So when you're firing and you're out, it's gonna prevent you from firing any further when it's empty. So it simulates you running out of ammo. Now, if you put another magazine in, you're going to have to activate the bolt release here, and that'll tell the gun that it's loaded again, and then you're ready to go. So cool manual of arms there, very nice feature. This also has a locking bolt here that you can kind of stow in the upward position in case you need to adjust the hop up here, which is a dial or a small dial. And it's gonna stay this way until you press that bolt release too. You have a multi-position folding stock here. It just kind of hooks onto the receiver, and it's very sturdy. You can extend the length of the pull here. It's meant to be a compact gun, but you can get that to fit your shoulder better if you're a larger player. The forend itself, you have a couple different options depending on which EVO you end up with. The default one is this railed handguard here. On the carbine and BET models, you also have the M-lock forend here. Now, what these two models have in common is the battery is going to be stored up in the receiver here. What you have to do is remove the front handguard off and then slide an 11.1 volt LiPo battery in there. So inside is some pretty complicated electronics. You have a MOSFET here that both gives you quick trigger response and gives you that burst function that I mentioned. You also have that magazine cutoff function there, and it even has a low voltage cutoff built in. So if you're running that 11.1 and it's getting pretty drained, your gun's going to stop you from firing at some point to warn you that, hey, your battery's going to be over discharged if you don't switch batteries soon. The hop-up chamber is a plastic type, but it seems very accurate. You have a 6.03 type bore barrel no matter which length you get. And the gearbox, it's its own custom gearbox. It's very, it's a little bit complicated to work on, but the most important thing is you have a quick change spring guide, which you can access just by folding the stock here. So very easy to do that quick spring change in case you want to go from an outdoor to indoor FPS or back and forth. For the internals of the gun, they spared no expense. You have an infinity motor in here matched to their CNC cut gears and a very nice upgraded piston on all those good electronics that I mentioned. So very stout gun, built very well. The custom gearbox also allows for a very short trigger pull. So, you know, for you guys that like to do a lot of semi, it's pretty quick to do that, and very short with no weight behind it, so you can get behind that trigger very fast. ASG also releases different special models from time to time. Here I have the limited edition gray one. It may or may not be out by the time you get to view this video, but keep an eye out for things like this popping up all the time, because the EVO being a very popular gun and a mainstay in ASG's lineup, I expect to see things like this pop up from time to time. So if you are an EVO fan, keep your eyes out for it and get it as soon as you see it. Another improvement to the series is the addition of the Atek furniture. Atek is their lineup of modernized pieces that you add to your EVO. You can also sometimes get the EVO configured with the Atek stuff already, depending on availability. So you can buy some of these pieces a la carte, or you can get it all together as a set. I have this set right here, and this features the M-LOK handguard for the short version. Pretty much a straight swap. There's no modification needed because it's designed exactly for that. You also have an angled grip here, which you can attach via rail system, and that will give you a nice purchase on your grip there over the front. Also added is the magwell adapter, which gives you a flared magwell option. It simply attaches to the front end here and is affixed by some included hardware, and that will give you a place to grab if you're a magwell grabber, and also speeds up your reloads by giving you this nice funnel that you can shove your magazine in. Pretty slick feature. They make two versions of this magwell, one for the mid cap only, or one for the high cap. The high cap, if you didn't know, for the EVO is a little bit wider, so they have to make a different design just for that. If you're not sure what you're running, I would go for the high cap one first. But if you're dead set on using mid caps, then get the mid cap version out of the box. Aside from the improving electronics that come out with each rendition of the EVO, they're always improving this thing as they come along. So even though the gun was great out of the box, as the manufacturer evolves and wants to grow, they want to improve things. It's probably not something you'll see on the surface, but you should be happy that they're supporting the product continually. Inside the gun these days, these will now come with Dean's adapters, or Dean's plugs, I should say, so that you can go to Dean's right away. The Dean's give a benefit where it's a much sturdier, more durable plug, the nice solid connection there, and it's capable of handling more amps than the typical Tamiya style plug. So huge upgrade. A lot of people do that out of the box to their own airsoft guns, regardless of what model they have. Okay guys, so that pretty much covers the EVO in a nutshell, the current changes and stuff. So if you're looking for limited edition models, keep an eye out on ASG social media as well as ours. And if you see anything on pre-order, that means it's probably on the way. Just be sure to be first in line for that. Otherwise, things like the gray EVO will go pretty quick. Also of notable mention, there is also an HPA version of the EVO using the Wolverine Inferno guts. It's specially designed, or they specially designed the Inferno to work with the EVO and maintain all the functions, including the burst, so it's pretty slick. Go ahead and get that one rather than try to convert an AEG EVO. It's just not possible. The guts are completely different there, and if you are dead set on using HPA and you like the EVO, go straight to that Wolverine edition and you'll be fine. Okay, so that pretty much does it for us today. Again, we really appreciate you guys following us along, and I'd really appreciate it again if you hit that subscribe button and follow us some more. Also, don't forget that we are always giving away something here at foxairsoft.com to our US and Canadian customers. Our contest for this period is going to be giving away a G&G SSG1, the USR, that's the Speedsoft rifle. You can win it for free just by signing up on our website, foxairsoft.com. We'll do a drawing at the end of the second quarter. All the info is below in our description. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Again, I'm Tank from Fox Airsoft. I will see you guys later.